I'm not thrilled about the whole situation. It's not a good situation. But I will say this, we want the hostages back, but we are not thrilled about the way that went down today.
Did they notify you in advance, Mr. President? Did Israel tell you in advance?
No. So you were caught by surprise, sir?
I'm never surprised by anything, especially when it comes to the Middle East.
A rebuke of sorts coming through from President Trump there. The White House to release a full statement later today on the developments in Qatar. Let's go to Jerusalem now and speak to Bloomberg's Dan Williams. An unprecedented attack, very strong words coming through from the Qatari Prime Minister late last night. He called it an attack of state terror. Dan, what has been the reaction specifically within Israel, especially the families of those hostages still held in captivity, and from the broader Middle East region?
This attack, indeed, unprecedented in terms of the site, not operationally. It's worth remembering that Israel has carried out a number of decapitation strikes against its enemies on the various fronts of this war, this almost two-year-old war. We saw that repeatedly in the Gaza Strip. We saw it in Lebanon with Hezbollah the summer of 2024, and we saw it this summer in Iran. This would not in itself be unusual. What's unusual, as you noted, is the site, Qatar, a U.S. ally, and I think it's fair to say that there's a great deal of indecision in Israel as to what this all means. First of all, because it's not at all clear that this attack was a success on Israel's terms. It may have targeted the leadership of Hamas abroad. It's not clear that it got the people it was meant to get, that the people meant to have been killed were indeed killed. In fact, that's been denied by Hamas. And as you noted, this war is almost 2 years old. 48 hostages remain, 20 of them alive. And there's a great deal of concern that this will distance any prospect of a safe return of those 20 live hostages and a resolution of this war in a manner that many Israelis would consider satisfactory. In fact, some have worried that Hamas may retaliate by executing some of those hostages. Throughout the war, there have been at times threats by Hamas to execute them. So right now, I think the Israelis are waiting to see, A, what indeed were the results of this strike, B, where do things really stand with the United States, whether it really was blindsided by this, or whether a transactional Trump presidency will be happier if it finds out that the strike was a success and contributes to the end of the war. That's the argument that the Prime Minister here, Netanyahu, made last night, that a successful removal of the Hamas leadership would bring a successful end to the war. In fact, peace in Gaza closer. And third of all, what this means for prospects of recovering those hostages alive and well, at least those believed to have survived so far.